Hello everyone, it's Friday again, so I'm here again for a Friday reads. I have read quite a bit this week, so let's just get into it. The first book I finished is Frankissstein from Jeanette Winterson, and this is a very strange book. It basically tells two stories in parallel. The first one is from Mary Shelley when she was trying to write Frankenstein, but the main one, it's I guess modern day. It follows Mary Shelley, who is a doctor and a transgender person, and is trying to it gets into the world of AI and sex robots, and basically what this book deals with is the concept of the body and how much a body defines a person, and if you can be or have a body that doesn't belong to a person, or you can be a person without a body, that kind of thing. And yeah, overall, I mean, I didn't dislike it, but it was very weird. So I'm a bit on the fence on how to feel about it. It was just weird. The writing style is fine. I think the story is constructed okay, although I think that the Mary Shelley part was a bit on the nose to make those comparisons with Frankenstein, the original Frankenstein. So that was a bit off place. I think it could have done without. And the story itself sometimes was good, sometimes was just also very on the face. I don't know, it was a bit mixed. But yeah, sometimes that happens. The second book I finished I cannot talk about because it's for the book to prize. So I have 2 books left for the book to prize, which I'm happy about because I was getting a bit stressed about it. And then the next book I finished is The Overstory by Richard Powers, and this was a reread for me. I love this book, that's why I wanted to reread it, and actually I'm going to have a review for the book coming up next week, so I would not talk too much about that one. But yeah, I love it. It's basically the book, it's about the relationship between certain people and trees and how that unites them in a way in this certain movement and event. Yeah, and then the next one I read was The Man Who Planted Trees by Jean Giono, and this one was a very short book. It was some 40 pages or so, and it has a lot of pictures, so it was a very quick read, and it's basically about a retired man in the early 20th century that when he retires he basically decides to just plant trees. So yeah, that one was very cute. It was nothing too special. The illustrations are very, very nice. I really like the style. It's quite dark in the sense of a lot of black, not dark in like scary dark, but yeah, I like the illustrations. The story was cute. That's nice. The last one I finished is The Ensemble by Aja Gabel, and this one basically follows a quartet, a string quartet of classical music, and the lives of the different people. I think that this one, it's a bit misleading in the blurb, because it says it's about how they cannot be friends when they are playing together in the same quartet. I don't think that's true. I think they are friends, like they good friends that you sometimes have, that they become almost family, and I think that's what these characters are to each other. They almost feel like family at some point because they have known each other for so long, and they've been with each other with the good and the bad. So yeah, I found this more engaging than I thought it was going to be. I sometimes like the narratives of these very competitive sports people, or musicians, ballet dancers, that kind of thing, that competition, blah, blah, blah. I think it's fun sometimes, and that's what I was expecting from this, but it's not about that. Well, there's a little bit of the competition, but most of it is just about the dynamics of the different relationships in the book. And also, surprisingly for me, it was a lot about parenthood and how to balance it with your work and your personal life, but also what does it mean to be a parent, and like how do you know if you're ready or if you're a good parent or a bad parent. There was a lot of discussion about that here, which I was not expecting, and I really enjoyed. So yeah, this one was also kind of middle in the road, but I enjoyed it. So yeah, I read a lot of books this week, but all of them very middle of the road, I think. And then I'm reading Les Miserables, as always, and I have just started my penultimate book to price book, which I'm happy about. I'm hoping to finish that this weekend. I think that tonight is the cozy reading night pump up edition, like the last one for the lockdown, that Lauren and the Books is organizing. So I think I will participate on that and hopefully get a big chunk of the way through that book. If hopefully maybe not finish it, we'll see. But yeah, that's on the plan for the weekend. And the other thing that I really want to read next week is 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. And as far as I understand, this is about the Trojan War told from the perspective of the women. I think that there has been quite a few books lately that have had a similar premise, but I heard that this one does it better than most of them. Last year I went through a phase in which Natalie from my reading days and I buddy read a lot of retellings of classical myths. So we read The Song of Achilles, we read the Circe, we read The Silence of the Girls, and I didn't really like the Silence of the Girls. I thought it was not a very good way to tell the story from the women's perspective, and I heard that this is much better, so I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's a small update, not very long, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. Bye!